Let's go.
The 1995 Ferrari 412 T2. What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of the MRL F1 Classics for season number 2. We are here for round number 5 at the Russian Grand Prix, as I mentioned, in the 1995 Ferrari 412 T2. Now, you're probably wondering to start with, where on earth are the championship standings? Well, to be honest, I took a picture of the standings from after this event and basically just blanked out what was basically the results for this event, so you guys and girls wouldn't know what on earth was going on. So basically, you won't see probably that table until probably the end of the video. So again, I do apologise about that one, but yeah, that was just my fault, that one. But anyway, being obviously a car that I haven't driven before, probably not for a good while, as you can see there, and probably watched my qualifying highlights or so be it. But anyway, I'm going to give you a bit of a history lesson, of course, about this car. So obviously, 1995 Ferrari 412 T2 debuted in the 1995 Formula 1 season. Designed by John Barnard and Gustav Brunner. I think Barnard was probably the more prominent figure out of all those guys, but anyway. V12, for this season, let me start it again. That season in 1995, it was a V12 3-litre engine, a Ferrari engine. It was reduced from 3.5 litres in 1994, probably to do with major regulation changes.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I mentioned a bit later on here, as we'll run very wide there at the first chicane and bail out of the lap straight away. So also 6-speed gearbox as well, which was not quite used to in this car, if I'm completely honest, because I'm obviously used to the normal modern cars with the 8 gears and whatnot, but obviously have driven the odd car with mainly 6 or 7 gears there anyway. So but they also, during that 1995 season, they added new side protection structures added around the driver's helmet. That was part of the major regulation change. Plus, there is various other the major regulation changes. Obviously, if you want to go check it out, then go search it up online for what they were. But this car actually holds the distinction of being the last F1 car powered by a V12 engine. I had to actually look back at the history of this one because obviously I'm not quite into the full history of the Formula 1 from in the 90s. Obviously, in that era I was born, sort of thing. So you had to look back on the history, and actually this car was actually, I think, the only car in the 1995 season to run a V12 engine. I think everybody else was running about V10s or something along those lines anyways. But it was also the last Ferrari car, I should say, to run on, I'm going to pronounce this wrong anyways, but correct me, anybody in the comments, but AGIP fuel, AGIP. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but also, the car ran on Goodyear tyres. Didn't actually read into that one whether that was actually everybody or just this car, but we'll see a yellow flag there. That's actually Brendan Hartley, who's a new driver to MRL for this round. It's not the actual Brendan Hartley, it's just someone who's made a gamer tag for Brendan Hartley anyway. So, but get to the main point now. The car was driven in 1995 by John Alesi and Gerhard Berger. They obviously competed in 17 races for 1 win, which I don't understand how you call this a classic car when they only had 1 victory out of that whole time, but it might have to do with the last V12 engine in Formula 1, not too sure. But had 11 podiums, 1 pole, 3 fastest laps, and 14, yes, you heard right, 14 DNFs. I could not believe that. So, out of between the two of them, John Alesi took the win, basically. Gerhard obviously didn't even score a win. The podiums, Gerhard got the most with 6, obviously, and John got 5. Gerhard got the only pole as well, so you could say there was a little bit of a difference between those two. Between those guys, the most DNFs actually. Jean Alesi had 8 DNFs that whole season, and Gerhard had 6 DNFs. And in the end, Jean finished up P5 in the Drivers' Championship and Gerhard in P6, and they ended up 3rd in the Constructors' Championship as well. So there's a little bit of a brief history on this car, but we're actually sticking the board here around the Sochi Autodrome here for my fastest lap of this qualifying session. To be honest, wasn't really excited about this round at all because I had literally no practice at all for this round. So basically I was just going in blind. So I loaded a random setup. I think it was probably one of the ones I used from my other league races, but whether it works on this car or not compared to the modern day cars, I don't know. But anyway, we're currently P12 at the moment. Where are we here? Just got to check what it was. 46072 at the moment, which it didn't originally put me P11, but we see at the moment we're dropped back to P12. But again, like I said, we're on the fastest lap here as we come through a very tight turn 14 and 15, mucking up big time a little bit there, got on the curb. Just didn't really help my run at all, but we're up by about 5/10 of a second. So, and of course, this corner here, these 16 and 17, that's the worst couple of corners on the track. I mean, I'm used to it more in the modern cars compared to the classic cars, but anyway, we're coming around the final couple of corners now. Now we're going to come across the line. We're down at 13th. We're now jump up into P11 again with a 1:45.186. So we did improve. I thought it was a fairly decentish lap, but when you see the qualifying results, it was actually pretty terrible, about 2 seconds off the pace. But Perez actually gets pole by 1:43.468, so you can tell the difference between most of us anyway. So always got P2. Great job by her again. Dill, third, New Zealand Blood Ace, Conrad, Mitchie, Penske, Poms, Benny, and Frizy. I think rounded out the top 10. And of course, Cowboy, Masterbezerk. There's then me, obviously me, Masterbezerk, Brendan Hartley, and TPRH. But getting to the race, it's pretty simple. No stop around here. We're doing a 25% race as well. Should have probably pointed that out at the start. But yeah, sunny, bit overcast maybe later on, but it's no dramas at all. So pretty simple race here. I think it was a 25% race, so I could be wrong. But anyway, 5 red lights. Let's do it around the Sochi Autodrome. It's fairly easily started compared to Frizy, who's nearly had an absolute ballsy start there. That nearly looked like Penske start from the previous season in the Lotus. But actually, I probably should correct that. I think it actually was a 50% race. I think last season was a 25% race. But Conrad going very deep. Mitchie as well. I've gone deep as well, and so has Benny. So everybody's cutting the first chicane big time there. Probably no surprises at all there. But anyway, we've made up a few spots up to P7. Go side by side with Penske. Runs a little bit deep coming through turn 5 there. So we're going to have a look up the inside here, going up into turn 6. We send it up there. We go very deep. We have to run very wide there, and going close there with Penske going side by side. And then it is a very noisy car in the onboards, but when you listen to it back on the spectator footage, it is quite amazing, let me tell you. But you can just see even on lap 1 as Penske nearly loses the car and nearly puts it in the wall there, because you'd literally make one mistake and you could easily put it in the wall around the concrete blocks around Sochi. But we're a bit under attack there from Thompson win 87 there, but just managed to hang on for the time being. But now on this long back straight we go up into turn 14, making sure I brake deep as I could, but yeah, compromised my line a little bit there, running a little bit wide. I've obviously went too deep, obviously, and obviously still under attack from Pomps to the win, but just managed to squeeze him out there, coming through the final couple of corners there, and I think we'll just maintain a gap for the time being. And Penske's starting to get away here, so this is not helpful, but we run a bit wide there. I missed my braking marker by quite a bit and nearly lose the back end. Actually could have quite ended up in the wall in the pit lane there, but you can see Pomps straight away with that mistake. He's up the inside there. There is a little bit of a lag, a bit of desync on my screen there. That's probably to do with me, not Pomps. I could be wrong, but anyway, going down to turn 1. Pomps should get up the inside. There we go, and we make the chicane this time around, and he nearly loses the back end. There's Conrad giving us a little bit of a tap there. But Poms is really on the dirty line there. That's not the place to be coming around this long left-hander of turn 4. But now obviously gets the spot and he gets up to the P8 and we drop back to P9. Looks like there was a bit of a battle going on with that was Conrad and I think Masterbezerk, because Berserk's now jumped up into the 10. And I think he was really struggling as well. We'll probably have some replays from Mitchie's video where you'll be able to hear what was going on. The party chat as we nearly lose the back end, and that was a big, bit of a scary moment, that one, because I thought the wall was just waiting for me, and probably literally was there, but and probably coming around turn 17 as well for that matter. But we managed to survive both those occasions, but you can just see here on lap 3, I'm just nowhere near comfortable at all in this car, so literally just trying anything and everything really. Even though I think in the next, if I had to take a pit stop, I probably would change the front wing up to 2 because I was just not comfortable at all. But it may have something to do with how low differential I was running as well. But just how much I'm really struggling here. But we're on to lap 4 here. There's a yellow flag actually behind us, so something's occurred back there as we missed that chicane big time there into the first, second, turn 3 and turns 2 and 3, I should say. But we'll get a replay on board, so he's on board here with Masterbezerk here. So he's chasing down Calbo. Oh no, it's a DC. I swear they should have fixed this issue well, Julie, like pretty much straight after day 1 or something, because there's been many cases where this has caused issues, and again it's caused real issues again anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the sort of updated graphics a little bit there with Masterbezerk, because I actually had to look online to find the old Ferrari logo, not the new one I've used in the recent past, but actually Berserk's now, I think he actually had a spin around the pit lane area, so, and obviously he's now retired, and that's pretty much his race done dusted. Lap 5, I'm still struggling. I've well and truly dropped away from Poms to the win, and as we go on to lap 6, I had to miss the chicane again because I still cannot get this braking point right at all. But now I come under attack here from TPR Edge and had to lift off the throttle coming through the left-hander here, because you cannot take it flat through these with these cars, especially. But we're running a little bit wide here. Get on the power, and we're out.
Are you all right? Engine off. Engine off.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I knew that was coming. I'm probably glad that I'm actually now retired from the Grand Prix, because, I mean, that would have probably, don't really know what to say there. Here's a replay of it. You see there, getting on the curve a little bit there, and I get on the power, and it was just enough, and there goes the right front, obviously, and that was pretty much a race. But we'll look at some replays. Let's have a look on board with Mitchie's.
Well,
is that information
you're about to find. No, we just said the bombs.
Oh, right, sorry. He's gonna crash at the start.
How about you shush?
How about lights out logo?
Oh my god, sorry, Calbo.
Yeah, that did not feel good.
Oh my god. It's gonna get awkward here.
Bingham, I love you, don't hold me, Bingham.
Oh my god, there goes Conrad, there goes me. And I've followed everybody, just going a couple of spots, why not?
I have no idea if you gave me a tap during that.
No, that's not the Bingham.
No, not on my screen, I don't think, anyway.
Where was the gear?
Oh, I've got a pit.
Right.
Who's in 6th?
Oh, always. I think it's still.
Oh, it's gonna crash on the straight.
No, that was me and Calbo.
Dirk and Dirk is Dirk.
I give up.
See ya.
Yep.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks
No.
for the fish.
No. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. Oh, no, man!
The main noises continue.
I can't see the line. I can't see his thing because Berserk's thing is... Okay, never mind. Sorry, always. No, Berserk's thing saying left the party and the arrows, I couldn't tell where he was. The guy behind always was. That's... Fuck. I'm defending. Fuck me.
Okay. I just had the quickest battery change in the history of battery changes. From my controller there.
Oh God.
I just love Mitchy's reactions in the party chat. That you could probably watch his full video if you want to see all the full reactions. That you can see that was on. Well, considering I've now DNF'd out of this race, I thought may as well spectate the rest of this race and see what exciting things happen for the rest of this race. So you saw that TPR Edge had a bit of a spin coming out of, what was it, turn 17, I think it was. So he's obviously got front wing damage, so he's come in for a change of front wing and obviously a new set of tyres. It looked like it was a bit of a change of position there, but you would have seen there earlier on that Mitchy and Always were having a pretty decent battle here. This is for 4th and 5th in the race. So now they're going side by side here. I think this is... Are we still on lap 7? I think we are. Anyway, you'll be able to see it on the top left of your screen. The spectator bit of it is anyway. So Mitchy just manages to hang on for the time being. But here comes Always on the next lap, on lap 8. So... now she's got a good run here down the front straight. Should get the position. No, breaks a bit early there. And actually Mitchy does a pretty decent job going right around the outside and manages to hang on for the time being. Goes through this left-hander. And I think Mitchy's just going to hang on for the time being. So yes, he does. So let's have a listen to his reactions from his video.
Oh, where am I going? Yeah, I had to do that.
Do you have a penalty? Guessing yes.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, Always, if I didn't give you space. Probably didn't. Fuck. I just couldn't stop the car at all. I couldn't stop the car. I literally couldn't stop it. Jesus. ABS pleb.
Yeah, I'm going ABS.
If
He needs to know assist user in F1 TFAOR.
Using ABS.
He's actually using ABS for this race, probably. Because he found it gave him more time.
Oh. Wait, so is he actually using ABS this race? Is that what you just said?
I don't know, Poms.
We'll find out at the end.
I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously just always the banter that goes on in the party chat as we get on to lap 10, and as that was, who was that? Benny, I think that ran a bit wide coming through a turn 6. But yeah, we sort of believe that Prez was, who's leading the race still obviously, was running ABS, and probably like I did say, that he does run no assists in AOR especially. That is Brendan Hartley actually crashed out of the Grand Prix. It's a bit of a... Well, I mean, maybe not an unusual spot to spin the car anyway, but they probably got on the curb there, and yeah, unfortunately that's not a great debut for him in MRL. So he joins myself and Masterbezerk as the only DNFs. But here we go. On lap 11 we go with Penske and Benny. This is for 6th and 7th in this race. It looks like Penske going to try around the outside. It's a little bit shoved off the road there, and Penske will still fight this one. It looks like someone ran a bit wide there. There might have been Poms for the win behind, but he's still going side by side here. I'm not sure whether Penske got a illegal overtake there on Benny, but he's still going side by side here. Looks like Benny's going to do the switch back here up the inside. As now Penske's going to do it. There's nearly a little bit of contact between those two, nearly running right up to the wall there as Penske and these two are still battling away every single corner here. This is going to end in a bit of drama here, I reckon, as Penske runs wide coming through. I think that's the turns 9 and 10 section. That was a great chopper shot there. He comes straight back up the inside again. These two are literally going to go side by side, literally every single corner. I don't know whether they can do it every single lap, but at the rate they're doing this, they probably could. But here we go. Penske, I think he's covering the inside line here, going into the turn 14. And I think he's just going to do it. Maybe not. He's just lost the back end there, and it may have just cost him P6. As Benny just manages to hang on here, but of course Penske won't give up without a fight here. But doesn't really lose too much ground. But that's not going to help his cause actually. So that may have spoken too soon. Now Poms is going to be all over these rear end here. There was a little bit of lag actually on my screen here, so probably don't believe what you see. But there goes Poms up the inside and up into P7. But obviously lap 12 we go. Penske will have a bit of slipstream here. Not sure what the slipstream's like in the 95 Ferrari, but I dare say pretty decent. I could be wrong. But we'll wait and see. Is he going to do anything up here in turn 2? No, not quite here. As they take it very nice through that chicane there. So Palmer's going right on the right-hand side there, and like I said, there is going to be a little bit of lag. This bit's on my screen. That's probably sort of to do with me there, so I apologise if that's an issue. If it looks like Penske's in front and behind and whatnot, but it is just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. So yeah, well, it wasn't ideal, but you can see there it's Conrad who's fairly far behind. I think I can't remember exactly. It's about 20 or 30 odd seconds behind. I could be wrong. But anyway, Penske and well, I thought actually Thompson actually slammed it into the wall there, but that was a bit of lag on my part. So yeah, these two are still battling away here. I think Penske may have a look out the inside, possibly into turn 14 here. Does he? As, I don't know. I was looking around all the different different people's perspectives just to see whether it fixed itself, but those two are just managing to hang on. I think Mitchie's starting to pull away here from Always, as I think Penske's had another moment. I could be wrong. Yes, he's lost a bit of ground here to Poms, so I dare say he's had another moment through coming out of the turn 16 and 17. But here's Benny, as that looks like Poms actually going a bit wide there. I think that was on lap 13 now. Yeah, it is Poms, so he's lost a bit of ground there to Penske. He pulled out a significant gap, I think, behind, but not the case anymore. Now we'll go a bit further up the front here, as looks like New Zealand Blood Ace is chasing after his Kiwi counterpart in X-Dill, who of course finished runner-up in the championship last season. As it looks like Always and Mitchie going to have another battle here, as Always going to go right around the outside, which will turn to the inside line for this corner. Can Mitchie fight back here? Literally going to go side by side here, as they think they're beginning lap 15 now for these guys. Prez has already began lap 15. He's about, can't work it out on my screen, but 4.5 seconds maybe clear of Dill. Of course, Dill is under attack from New Zealand Blood Ace, but you see Always pulling away there from Mitchie, but that's not going to help Blood Ace with a 3-second time penalty up his sleeve. So there you go. That is Always holding on for P4, and those two are still battling away there, I think, for P2. There's definitely a big corner cut there from New Zealand Blood Ace, so he's definitely trying, I dare say. We'll jump it back up with Mitchie.
It is 4.3 seconds.
Oh.
Yep, again, yep. Come on, Cody, keep doing it. I didn't want to turn anyway.
there. So you saw what actually happened with Mitchie. So as it looks like Poms may have had a little bit of a moment there actually. So it's quite easy to lose the back end in these cars if you get on the power a little bit too early. But as Blood Ace gets another time penalty, so that's not going to help his cause. Not sure the penalty situation is between he and Dill, but now Poms and Penske side by side. Poms just hanging out for now, but Penske's going to go up the inside here. They're going to go side by side, these two, but Penske will try a bit of a crisscross here. Maybe try and have a go into the final couple of corners here, but no can do, unfortunately, as I'm just trying to keep an eye out with battles going on right, left and centre, as Blood Ace is really working over Dill here on the back of his gearbox here, as Prez is really pulling out that gap in front. So unless something majorly happens, he'll probably have this win in the bag. But now there's two going side by side, but that was a bit close there between those two actually. But you see we cut a bit further on into the lap that Blood Ace is really hounding the back of Dill, going onto the back straight here. I think he might have the move done here as he comes into turn 14. Yes, he... oh, no, sorry. Dill just hangs on for now, but Blood Ace will try to crisscross here. Just nearly what Penske and Poms did sort of the previous lap, as may have been a little bit of contact there, but no, Dill just manages to hang on for now. The Blood Ace does the crisscross here. Does he have a go up into the final couple of corners? Not quite. He tried it as he gets another time penalty actually, as I think Prez set the fast lap of the race, so he's really pulling away. But it's definitely still on here between these two as we go here in through what they call turn 1. And now he should have the slipstream here. Up the inside he goes. I think he should have this position now. Yes, he does. Unless anything major happens, he runs a little bit wide coming through the chicane there, and they're still going side by side here. I think Blood Ace may have finally got that position. Yes, he does. So now he's up into P2 and Dill back to P3, but not for too long because Blood Ace just loses over the curb, and a few people have to take avoiding action there. But that's really going to cost Blood Ace. He's going to make a trip to the pits, I would suggest.
Pretty sure. That's last
Oh
game.
my god, he got a penalty, he's in the wall.
Yeah. Oh, he
car.
almost took out.
Okay.
He almost took out fucking always. Jesus.
Who was in the fence?
Damage to be right.
Yeah, that was probably a little bit awkward there from Blood Ace, but there he is coming into the pit lane as I think he's got a 5-second stop-go penalty, so it's not a glitch. That's not a glitch from the actual Russia pit lane glitch that everybody else has, but no, that's actually just sped into the pit lane too much, and that's really going to hurt his cause here. But is Penske going to do anything here? In the first couple of at that chicane, no, settles in behind there. He's still behind Poms for the win. I think this was pretty much the only decent battle that was going on at the moment, as it looks like something's happened to Frizy there. I didn't actually catch what occurred there. I probably would have had Frizy's footage, but it looked a bit awful if I'm completely honest. So sorry, Frizy. But if you want to go check out his video, then I'd probably urge you to go check out his YouTube channel, which of course I'll leave everybody's YouTube channel that has footage from this race. But you see now we'll drop a bit further back here. I think we're on to lap 20, I think we are. The battle here, it looks like Conrad has got a bit more speed here compared to New Zealand Blood Ace, and actually Conrad gets the move done, which, to be honest, I was a bit surprised there. I thought with a guy with much fresher rubber compared to the guy that's got well-used rubber, as he nearly loses the back end coming out of turn 15 there as Conrad, but just managed to hang on, and that's put him up into P8 and Blood Ace back to P9. But I was so shocked about that one, but anyway. We'll cut a few more laps further ahead because not much happened as Penske now gets back ahead, I think, of Poms for the win. So those two have swapped around again, and I think Penske starts to pull away as Poms going very, very wide coming out of turns 9 and 10 there. But as he runs a little bit wide there, as I think Edge has now got by New Zealand Blood Ace, so he's really dropping back for some unknown reason. We obviously definitely got the front wing changed and got the tyres changed, but yeah, as this battle's reignited again on lap 25, we go with both Penske and Benny. It was Benny running very, very wide there coming out of turn 8, I think that was. Now through these last couple of corners here. I think we're on lap 25, I could be wrong. It's can Penske get something out of this one, as it looks like Calbo's now got ahead of New Zealand Blood Ace. So, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, he's really dropping away and actually gets a 3-second tyre penalty, does Calbo. But here we go, side by side now with these two. Penske's going to do it the long way around. Benny sends it straight back on the inside. Of course, Penske will have the inside line for this corner and probably the next corner as well. They're banging wheels a little bit. And he sends it up the inside here. Benny's doing a pretty decent job and hanging on for the time being, but for how much longer? He's going to cover the inside line straight away, so he knows Penske is going to be all over him here. So Penske does a nice little crisscross there. Can he go up the inside here? Yes, he does. Get a lag there, but should rectify itself, but doesn't quite get the drive out of that final corner there. But this is a battle here. I think was this a bit of a swap there? I think it was, because I could be. Well, yeah, I think it is. Always, I think, has got ahead of Deal there. So great job by her, as both Benny and Penske are still going side by side. Penske had to run very, very wide at that first chicane there, but now Benny is still hanging on for, I think, what's this, P5 and P6, as he nearly loses the back end here. Penske going to try to go over the inside, but Benny's all over it here. So try the over and under here. There he goes. He might actually do it here if he hangs on for the time being. No, not quite. He settles back in for now. But this was definitely an intriguing battle, and it was also fun listening to it in the party chat as well. So I think Penske's next option probably that's what he tried a bit earlier on. Sorry, the previous lap, I should say. So here we go on the back straight here. This is pretty much, I think, the only battle towards the end of the race there, as I think Prez is now onto the final lap of the Grand Prix. I could be wrong, but Benny covers the inside line there coming into turn 14, as Penske thought about it, but Benny was obviously well aware of that one. So, Penske loses the back end coming out of turn 15 there. That may have just lost him a little bit of ground there, but still about a lap to go for these guys, so definitely not over yet. As we'll cut a bit further on to the end of the race, I think this is. But, see, Mitch, nearly loses the back end again. That would have been a bit awkward, but Prez done an incredible job. He crosses the line to take the victory, as Calbo's been disqualified for receiving multiple penalties, I think, throughout this whole race. So it's quite easy to do, as Dill comes across the line to take P2, always in a P3. Oh, it's actually changed around, because Mitchie's now up over to P2. As these two are still battling away for position 5 and 6 as they come around through turn 17. As it looks like Penske's in the wall, and he's out of the Grand Prix on the final lap. That is only, he had to go and do that. And you'll be able to hear in the party chat in a second, as Poms will take P6 away and might take P5. Yes, he does. So we'll have a listen to Mitchie's on board.
Jeez, I was on board with that one.
This is the final lap.
No, you're not going to be.
Oh, my hands are sweaty after
No,
that.
Rain, not now. Doesn't matter.
What the fuck? What?
Pence's out.
What did you do? I can see your wheel. What?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Thanks for the 5th place, Penske. I
Oh,
appreciate
P5.
that. That's a gift. Mitchie's dying.
I love when Penske bottles it. I love it.
What did he do? How did he bottle it there?
Lost the back end coming out of the
back end,
couple of last corners
Oh,
and
no!
slammed into the wall.
Penske is currently throwing his Xbox into Lake Macquarie right
You're not
now.
gonna hear from Penske again.
No,
His
you will not hear
Xbox
from
is
Penske.
busted. Oh.
Do you think he'll still get classified 10?
Yeah, he will. It's good on Twitter, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
come on, he should be just... Piss off, he should be DNF'd. He didn't make the finishing line, that's bullshit.
I don't think Penske really enjoyed that, but Mitchie, Poms, and probably myself, and maybe a little bit, well, maybe Frizy as well, from what he heard. But anyway, as he probably heard then, I think Penske's definitely throwing his Xbox into Lake Macquarie. But anyway, there's the podium. But no, I think it's all good anyway. So you see there, we somehow get a bit of XP there for some unknown reason, even though we completed 6 odd laps of this race. So there's the final result. So Prez takes the victory from Mitchie, who had 0 penalties, so great job from him. Dill 3rd, always 4th, Poms 5th, Benny in 6th, Conrod 7th, TPR Edge, New Zealand Blood Ace in 9th. And even though Penske is in 10th and gets as a DNF, he will get classified, so he does get a point because of finishing 90% of the race. Frizy in a P11 then in 1 lap down, and then obviously Brendan Hartley, myself, and Masterbezerk, the only DNFs, and well, the other DNFs, I should say. But somehow I didn't even get a penalty myself. That was a bit surprising. But anyway, there is the proper championship standings now. So it is X still leading the way by, I think it's a couple of points. It's a bit hard to see because when I took the screenshot for this, it was a bit difficult, but I'll do my best job I can anyway. But so you can see, Dill leads the way from New Zealand Blood Ace, and Benny. I swear, Kiwis are taking over every single the league racing. I don't know what it is. They always seem to dominate in any sort of league. Not in the SRL and AOR, and even MRL as well. So great job from those guys. But Mitchie in 4th, always in 5th. Then you got Prez, Conrad, Poms there as well. You can see where everybody finished and whatnot, who's taken part of what races. Fens there in 9th, and Penske rounding out the 10. You got Edge, Owens, who took part in the first couple of races. I think that's Prasar as well, who took part in a couple of races as well. Then you got me in 14th, then Calbo, Frizy, Masterbezerk, and Brendan Hartley rounding out the 18 people that have taken part so far. But yeah, hopefully you sort of enjoyed this round of the MRL F1 Classics. If you did, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more MRL F1 Classics on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. All my social media links will be down in the description as always. Plus, you can go check out the links for the Motorsport Racing League, for the website and their YouTube channel, when they do streams and whatnot for the Wednesday and the Friday ones that they do on Project Cars 2. You'll have to wait and see what they do there. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly when the next race for me will be in MRL. Like I said, I am a reserve, so yeah, you're probably going to have to wait and see when the next race for me will be. But so until the next time in MRL F1 Classics, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.